What up? This is Rapids. So, did Gucci Man get Pooh Shiesty locked up is the question. You see, I've got a lot of information about this Pooh Shiesty situation where one of his homes got raided. Now, this home was actually his dad's, but it's not clear if Pooh Shiesty helped him obtain that home or what. And from the reports I'm getting, it sounds like Pooh Shiesty's dad is locked up or at least in custody because they raided the home, and there's reports coming out that are mixed because some are saying Pooh Shiesty's locked up as well. Others are saying he's still at his halfway house. And so the reports that are saying Pooh Shiesty is locked up is also saying that his girl is locked up as well, and that they're looking for Big 30 as well. And this all stems from reportedly the situation that happened with Gucci Man, where there was an altercation at the studio where Pooh Shiesty showed up reportedly and demanded to get off the contract of 1017, and it ended up going left where they're saying Gucci Man's wedding ring got stolen, probably some other stuff as well. And they're saying Big 30 was involved in this, and some of Pooh Shiesty's goons, and they're saying his dad was there as well. I guess his dad might be managing Pooh Shiesty. So this is all the reports I'm getting from my sources, is that that situation went left and they uppers at Gucci Man, and Gucci Man's been real quiet about that whole situation. And the reason why I'm wondering if Gucci Man might have got Pooh Shiesty locked up is because, well, they're saying his jewelry got taken. So is it possible that his wife, Keisha Dior, might have convinced Gucci to report this because Gucci's wedding ring was taken in this situation, is what the reports are saying. And is it possible that she convinced them to report this incident because that way you can get your insurance to kick in and get a refund on your jewelry that was taken? So if Gucci Man might have sat on that for, a day, and his wife might have been involved, but I'm wondering if they reported the situation so that they can get the insurance money for the jewelry. Now, this isn't confirmed, but this is speculation and stuff. So really, there was a lot of people in that studio that night, and Gucci has some bodyguards. I'm hearing some of his bodyguards might actually be off-duty police officers as well. So that would mean Gucci's kind of rolling with the police, But you know what it is. I mean, when it comes to security, you got to do what's best for your security. They're saying with Gucci's security being possibly off-duty police officers, that would be because he needs them to be able to go across state lines and be armed. And so with the off-duty security, if that's what they are, and then also with the studio people, the people in the studio, there could have been anybody that could have reported this incident. It didn't necessarily have to be Gucci Man. And who knows if he cooperated or talked or anything. We don't have that confirmed. That would all start coming out, though, if this situation is indeed what the reports are saying. If it all stems from this, they're saying Big 30 is actually on the run as well from this situation because he got word that they're on him. And so the feds reportedly went to Pooh Shiesty's dad's house, and they raided it, and they're looking for, I guess, the thumpers that were involved in that situation. They're saying these thumpers were taken across state lines to be used in that situation. And so I guess they got intel, and I'm also hearing they got video footage of that situation because, yeah, you would expect a high-scale studio like that would have surveillance footage. And so the word is that there's surveillance footage of the whole incident. And so somebody tipped the feds off, I guess, to that situation, whether it was the security guards or Gucci's wife or Gucci himself, or if it was the studio engineers. There could have been any of those people that could have reported the situation when it happened. And for Pooh Shiesty to get wrapped up in this is unfortunate because, he just got out of jail and he had his whole future ahead of him. If he gets caught up in this, well, then he's going to be put away for a long time. I mean, this is like a very similar situation to what he was already involved in. So He's getting out on parole in a halfway house, and then this happens while he's on, halfway house custody still. This is not gonna be a good look for Pooh Shiesty. He only put out like one video so far, and the reason why this probably happened is because after that, after this incident, you never saw any more Pooh Shiesty songs come out. It's like he's now in a serious situation with his contract with 1017, where now they could just shelve him, and then if he forced Gucci Mane to sign him off the contract in duress, this all has to do with Big Scar, who is Pooh Shiesty's cousin. So I guess Pooh Shiesty's people don't like how Gucci Mane handled the Big Scar situation, where he had been unalived, and they're saying that Gucci was acting kind of bougie and kind of funny over the situation. They're saying he wanted his 1017 chains back from Big Scar's family, and I'm getting word that he might not have paid for the burial and stuff like that as well. And whatever it was, that they're not happy about how Gucci Mane handled the Big Scar passing. And Pooh Shiesty, once he got out, his people decided to involve Pooh Shiesty in this. Now, from what I'm hearing, is his dad was kind of in the studio when that happened. Well, he was. I guess he might be managing Pooh, like I said, but they're saying his dad really wasn't involved and didn't look like he approved of what was going on. And so this was sounds like Pooh Shiesty's people sticking up for him, trying to get him out that contract. And why didn't they do that before Pooh got out? Because Pooh's the breadwinner of that whole situation. So for them to do this, they basically set Pooh Shiesty up, then his people. See, that's why it's so important to watch who you're around, because it looks like Little Dirt is in the same situation where he is basically caught up in something that he might not have nothing to do with. It might be the people that he was around that caused that whole situation that Dirk's going through. So what Pooh Shiesty, he needs to cool it, because at this point, he should be thankful if he's still on house arrest, or the halfway house, and not quite caught up in this yet, as they're sorting all the details out, as the feds are going through their stuff. And they probably want that footage. I'm sure the feds, it's a chance the feds got that footage. That's probably why it wasn't released by TMZ or nothing by now. It's because the feds probably got that surveillance footage, and that whole incident might be on camera. And if that's the case, they'll know exactly who did what. And so this could turn into, a serious Fed situation, almost maybe even a RICO, and for them to put Pooh Shiesty in a situation like that. And maybe Pooh Shiesty was involved. Who knows? Who knows what his involvement was? Was he mad at Gucci too? It's possible, because in his First Day Out song, Pooh Shiesty was talking about, it sounded like he shouted out Yo Gotti in that song, and Gucci and Yo Gotti don't get along over his wife, over Gucci's wife. I guess Yo Gotti might have been with his wife before or something, or something like that is what they're saying, is they don't get along, Yo Gotti and Gucci. And for Pooh to get out and shout out Yo Gotti, that was disrespectful, even though Pooh and Gotti are from the same city, Memphis. And there's other information considering is it possible that Yo Gotti was trying to sign Pooh Shiesty from up under Gucci, and was Pooh trying to get out that contract so he could sign with Yo Gotti and CMG, and keep it all Memphis, That would have been a good look for Pooh Shiesty, for him to link up with Glorilla and 42 Doug and them, and ESTG. That would have been a good look for Pooh Shiesty to keep it Memphis, and roll with the hometown. But yeah, at this point, it's not clear. We're gonna get more details as they come out. So let's check out the news report on what happened with this whole situation.
It is 7:33. We have breaking news. Fox 13 live in Cordova, where federal agents have been searching a house.
The property records show it belongs to the family of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is joining us live out there. We understand that people were awakened by flashbangs earlier this morning.
Yeah, and they heard the FBI and TBI screaming, basically going into the house saying that this is the FBI. And you can see right behind me those FBI agents still on the scene. Not only FBI, but TBI as well. Now, check this out. We've been out here for a little while now, and we have seen these agents tagging the vehicles. It's about 4 vehicles, 1 inside of the garage and 3 others in the driveway here. They at one point they had all of the trunks of these vehicles open, and you can see, I believe that's a silver BMW they had there with the trunk still open, and they're still tagging and taking pictures. We have seen a few of those agents go in and out of the home so far this morning. We have not seen anyone taken out of the home. Of course, that's something we're working to gather information on as to if anyone has been taken into custody. But again, we do know that the Shelby County Assessor's Office, according to their website, they list this home being owned by Lontrell Williams. Now get this, Lontrell Williams is also Pooh Shiesty's name. So his father's name is Lontrell Williams Sr., and his name, Pooh Shiesty's name, Lontrell Williams Jr. We do know that the rapper Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Jr., is in a halfway house at this point in time after his release from federal prison. Now, again, we've been monitoring this situation for quite some time, seeing those FBI and TBI agents going in and out of the home. Again, the most action we've seen so far this morning is that they have been looking into these vehicles. The 4 vehicles, 1 in the garage and the 3 in the driveway there. You can see one of those agents actually looking. I believe that's a Wrangler, a gray Wrangler, just down the way from here. Now, of course, we are working our sources to gather more information as to what all is playing into this investigation, this raid that's taking place at this Cordova home. Of course, stay with us all throughout Good Morning Memphis. I want to continue to stay on top of this story for you.
All right, big news there. Jeremy Pierre live at the scene. We'll check back in with you in about a half hour, JP.
And so, yeah, looks like this is a serious situation for Pooh Shiesty to be involved in. He should have played it cool. He should never have been involved in something like this. At this point, Pooh's going to have to just call it a wrap. I mean, his whole career could be ended over this. He could be locked up for another. I mean, I don't know. They could probably give him, I would say, a minimum of 10 years. But probably even more than that at this point, because, you know, the situation sounds very serious. Now, who's telling is the question. All these reports will be coming out over the next, few weeks to months as this case continues. We're going to start learning who's telling, how did this, who's cooperating for this situation to, get the feds involved and stuff with this. So, I mean, if it turns out Gucci had any involvement in reporting the situation, even if it's for the purposes of insurance and to get money back for that jewelry, it's not going to be a good look for Gucci, for him to have any involvement or any statements in getting Pooh Shiesty locked up. I know Gucci Man was, he was heated, I'm sure, because, his wedding ring, that's a very sentimental thing. I heard that it might have got pawned already. I heard City Nash might have been trying to help him get his wedding ring back, and that it got pawned. So I heard that's what I'm hearing, is that that's already gone. And I know Gucci was furious over that, for him to had lost his wedding ring, something so important to him. And but Gucci's been lost his street credibility for a while now. He's been letting Keisha Cole keep him kind of off them meds, it looked like, where he's been kind of loopy for the ever since he really got out, and he looked different and stuff. After that, he's never really been the same ever since then. And so it's been a while since anybody's seen the old Gucci. And so at this point, Gucci is gonna, if he was involved with any statements or anything in this situation, it's not gonna be a good look. And his career is already kind of like hanging on a, thread at this point. So, I mean, it's good to see Gucci doing better and everything and growing up and being more mature. But I think a lot of fans would have loved to see him tap back more into the old Gucci, But it's just like it doesn't look like nobody's gonna get that unless he gets off the meds. I guess he's saying he got bipolar and schizophrenia or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So when Gucci and Keisha was at that Breakfast Club interview, it was like Keisha was doing all the talking. It's like she's the handler and keeping them on, keeping them like that. So it's like, as long as she's involved in his life and career, it's keeping him out of trouble. But at the same time, he might as well just call it a wrap because he's not the same no more. She's keeping him on the meds and stuff. Because, I mean, it's just keeping him in a state of mind where you could tell something's off with him. And it's like she's the handler and she's just too involved in his career, I think, at this point. So he might as well just, call it a wrap with the music. He might as well not be signing no more artists because look what happened with this situation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this whole situation. Now look, everything we spoke about in this video is from my sources. I got some credible sources and everything, but it's still all alleged at this point. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting stuff I'm hearing from the streets and from my sources and stuff. So we got to keep that crystal clear because, just to make sure everything, we know this is all alleged. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts about everything in the comment section. Who do you think told Pooh Shiesty? I'm going to leave some links for y'all. Hey, check out my members only videos. You can become a YouTube member for as little as $1 and gain access to all my members only videos. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe. Sign up to Rap HITZ free email newsletters and all that. I'm out. Click my affiliate link in the comment section and description box if you want to purchase this Bluetooth boombox for the low. It hooks up to your device by Bluetooth. It has lights you can turn on or off. It gets loud. It has lots of bass. It has long battery life. You just charge it up like a phone. It's the same boombox I use, so you know that it's the best one you can find. So yeah, links in the comment section and description box.